What's happening, YouTubes? Vector here, back again. We're out in the Himy again. It started today. I have had the battery on charge this morning, so it's as good as it's going to get. Still a little bit hesitant, but it's alright. My sleeve blows open again. Yeah, we're back out. It feels extremely weird being back on the Himy after the last couple of rides on the Magna. Getting back used to my familiar bike, and now the Himy with its power and its riding position and with the knobblies, so it's like you're cornering on the edge of a square. Like it's very bizarre. Very strange feeling, but we're back and we're riding, we're enjoying. And today, thank you all, today I'm going down to another little bike meet, the first bike meet of the year. Not the first one that's been on, but the first one that I'm going to, which is it's actually a new one. It's down at Coby's Cafe in Fletcher's Bridge. I've not been there before. I'm familiar-ish with the area, but I've not been to this cafe before. This is their inaugural bike night. I don't know if they're planning on it being a regular thing or if it's just sort of a one-off to test the waters, as it were. I'm very late. I was intending to get there a lot earlier, and then I just didn't. That is generally the way these days. Late to get out the door, late to get the ball rolling. My ETA according to the sat nav is like just after 1 now, and the meet's from 11 till 2, so again they're right at the tail end of it, which is quite frustrating, but yeah, is what it is. It's good to be out either way. I'm hoping there'll still be a good amount of bikes there, but I'm sure like the initial wave will have come, hung out a bit, had some food and then left, so we'll see who's left. I believe there was a group coming down from Bude, well there was supposed to be, but then Karen, who was organising that, who runs the Bude bike nights, I think she can't make it, I think she's ill, so whether that group's still coming down or not, I don't know. I imagine they will be. Wanted to take the Himy just to, again, mix it up. The last couple of videos have been the Magna, so I want to get back out in the Himy and make the most of it while I've got it. Roads are drying out a little bit now, which is good. It's warming up. I'm not wearing a hoodie under this. I'm not wearing my face mask. Like I have both of them with me because I don't trust it to stay this good, but right now it is lovely. If you saw the last video, the Himy failed to start the other day. It seems to just be the battery, because I've charged the battery, it started fine after that. The Himys of this generation, and I think most of the generations, they have quite a parasitic draw on the go. And there's actually a mod you can do, which has not been done to this one, to bypass some form of circuit or something. I think it's like a, I don't know the details, but it bypasses whatever it is that's making it draw quite so badly. This one, I think I just need to either use it more regularly or just keep it topped up on the old battery tender if I'm not using it. If it has a week where it's not out, maybe just chuck it on for a couple of hours or so. You know, keep an eye on it. It's not the end of the world. But it seems to be running fine now. It's mostly as you've seen it last time. I've moved these mirrors slightly further along the bars. There's not a great deal of scope to adjust them, but moved them slightly out in the hope of seeing around myself a little bit better. Has it worked? Well, it's worked slightly. It's slightly better, but it's still awful. But that's fine. So I can still do my little sidestep mirror check. The one thing that has worked though is I've fitted a baffle to the exhaust. I bought a baffle for the Lextech, what is it, LA1, LS1, something like that. It was too loud. It was just too loud, and I felt like a penis. I don't really need loud bikes. I don't mind loud bikes. I do like having an aftermarket exhaust, and the only reason I don't have one on the Magna is price, is cost availability. On this, obviously, it's got the Lextech. We did look for the baffle before I took it from my friend, Cornish biker. We couldn't find it. It's so loud. It's the bass and the sort of the drone of the exhaust, and it's the pop bangs and the backfires. When you've got a loud exhaust on a performance vehicle, that's fine because it's there for a purpose. You know, it's improving airflow, it's helping performance. When you've got a loud, obnoxious exhaust on a 20 horsepower Himy, which needs like 2 gear changes to overtake someone, you feel like a bit of a peen. So got the baffle in. That actually took quite a while because the baffle arrived without a bolt, which is really handy. This guy has at least pulled in finally, which is nice. So yeah, it arrived without the hardware, which was very annoying, which is my own fault for buying it cheap from eBay, I guess, rather than buying it from Lextech direct. I didn't look at Lextech, they wanted me to make an account. They don't have a guest checkout. And I was like, I really don't need an account for a one-time purchase. I sort of had to scrounge a bolt, and then that had to be cut down. I think we cut it down like 3 times in the end to get it to fit. It's a really awkward size, because you have to get it inside, like the exhaust has a carbon cone around the outside, and you have to get it inside that, but then that cone's at a different angle to the inside of the pipe where the baffle goes. It's so awkward to just get it and like work it in. Thank you. Yeah, it was really awkward, but we got it done, and it's in, it's secure, and it's made such a difference. Like, you can probably still hear the exhaust in the videos. I don't know how well the mic picks it up, but the exhaust is definitely still audible, and it is definitely still noticeable, but it's just that 20% less like bassy and drony and in your face, and it doesn't pop and bang anywhere near as much. You get a little bit, but they're much less frequent, and they're much more muted. Like they're still popping and banging, but they're in the exhaust rather than out. And it's so, I feel so much, it's so much more enjoyable as a ride now, because you feel just less awkward about it, you know. So that's like Fletcher's Bridge for the meet. You're familiar with the road, obviously. We've just come through Minions there, my go-to one road all the way across Bobbin Moor. And then you could go down the A38, which is the quickest route, but I'm going to turn off early, and I'm going to dip through the back roads through St. Neots, which is where I went. Where did I go? Oh, it was the first video this year where I was talking about the Himy, and I was going to meet a friend over at Cardinham Woods. It's the route I took there, which was quite slushy and quite uncomfortable on the Magna, but hopefully it will be a little bit less slushy now it's dried out some, and it will be much more this bike's sort of forte, unlike these faster roads where it doesn't have to wobble about in the corners. I'll tell you, like the lanky suspension and the soft suspension combined with knobblies, it's not the most engaging ride. I'm still enjoying it, I'm having a good time with it. But it does push me towards, when I get my own bike to replace this sort of thing, slightly more of a road bias. You know, because you could look at things like the Himalayan, like the Vogue 300, like, you know, some of these sort of dirt bikey type things, and I think they're just going to be too frustrating when I'm not doing the small stuff. So ideally I want a bit of a road bias. I can handle these roads a little bit more comfortably, but can still be chunky enough for the back roads. So again, the BMW F650 is top of the list. But this is really showing that actually even the ST, the Strada, the Funduro, that kind of softer version, that would still be fine for the sort of riding I realistically do with it. This is fine for now. I still don't know how long I'm going to have this for, but we've got it for now. There's no indication that it's wanted back yet. The CG is, I need to make some decisions quite soon about the CG, because its MOT's coming up next month. I need to decide whether I'm going to bother trying to get it through that, or whether I'll just call it there. It's great to be out. I've been over to see my friend's new house recently, which is awesome. So I mentioned my best mate's moving to the area, and he has now moved. He doesn't have his bike here yet. He was talking about getting the bike here this weekend actually. Whether he did or not, I'm not sure yet. I have to go and chat to him about that. But easy now. A little bit cautious there, because I'm always quite cautious because that junction's really grotty. We opened this, but also obviously B, this has had that bit of a stalling issue, and that's a really, that times like that are the moments where that little stalling issue could become an issue. Like if it suddenly dies when I'm all the way leant over, that's where it becomes quite a drop hazard. But we're all right. Yeah, he's bought his house. He's moved in. Him and his girlfriend, long-term girlfriend. They're great. They're lovely. I've been over a few times now to see the house, and they're spoiling me with dinner all the time, which is always great fun. So once he gets his bike down here, once he's a bit more established, and with the increase of the season, we can get out and start doing some bike stuff together, which will be great. It'll be fun to see how this bike plays with his scrambler, which is obviously more road biased and faster, but we can both do some of sort of these back roads and just go get lost down them, which will be great. You can see how dry the roads are, like, even through here in the trees. Yes, they are still a little bit like dusty, they're still a bit salty, but go back a couple of weeks, this would have been just covered in mud and water and slush. And although we've had some rain this week, stuff's getting enough sun, even in the shade now, stuff's getting enough sun to dry out some, and oh, it makes such a difference to enjoyment and comfort. So like little stuff like you go out for a ride, you don't have to hose the bike off when you get home because it isn't just absolutely splattered. Not that I'd bother hosing this bike off, because obviously it's minging at the best of times, but it's good times. Spring arriving, spring is spring properly now, and I think like all bikers I'm just hyped what the year might entail. I'm hoping there'll be a good turnout. There were a lot of people interested. A lot of people saying they're going. How many are still going to be there? It remains to be seen. Like I say, I'm arriving quite late, but hopefully there'll be a good few and I can have a look at some bikes, chat to some people, which is the bit I don't enjoy about these meets really. Yeah, I really have to be in the mood to go and chat to a bunch of fairly old men in car parks. How we go again, we've got a bit more Bodmin Moor, and sort of the bottom edge of Bodmin Moor again, which is always bigger than I think it is. Bodmin Moor, I do need to come out here and, you know, go for a walk or something. I always kind of, I imagine it as being just this little strip of land, and it's actually, it's a lot larger than that really. Oh, get a little stand up. It's a good standing bike this, like I say, my friend's got bar risers on this bike. I don't remember how big, couple of inches I think, but it's a nice place to be. The hands are at a very easy kind of waist level. And he's got nice, well, he's got DRZ foot pegs in it there. Yeah, it's good. Slightly redundant when I'm road riding, so obviously that's more of an off-road thing, but it's nice to see over the hedges and see over traffic, I suppose. This is very pretty down here. I think these tall banks. This is so cool. Down through the forest. We're approaching our destination now, so again, hopefully there's going to be some good bikes there, and we'll see who's around. Aye aye, another Himalayan. You'd like to see that. Is this us? I think this is us. Oh, a little bit muddy there. Oh, good turnout, look at this. Oh, let's tuck straight in here, shall we? Alright, let's have a little walk around. So we got a Rebel 500. Still don't know if I like those really. I like the bike, I don't like the look of them too much. The Kawasaki Trap Sprint. There's obviously the Himy. Nice little Kawasaki Z900 RS. These are very nice. I like how these look a lot. They're doing a really good job at these. Yeah, they're very nice. This is nice. BMW, it's the GS, but I like the colour scheme. I don't know if I've seen one like that. I don't know if that's custom or if that's a limited run. But that's really cool with the red frame. Ducati, this is cool. No Triumph Street Fighter, based on a, I don't know what that's based on. Is that based on a Sprint? That's really cool. Just got your monster behind it. That is so nice. Good work. Lambretta, always nice. Harley. Another Harley there, new one. Proper old one there, Electra Glide. Look at that. Rust and oil. Big fan. Floorboards, it's got the fishtails. Or fishtail, singular? Oh, they normally have two. That's very cool. $68,000 miles used as well. That seat looks awesome. I bet that, look how chunky the switchgear is. It's like a proper metal switchgear. The Magna's like that as well. That's cool. That's so cool. Thunderbird, they're always nice. Big old KTM. This is cool. Velocet. Old school. A1 shocks. That tiny wee voltmeter in the clock, 17,000 miles. That's not bad actually for quite the size. Smith's clocks, proper old school Smith's clocks. And the wingtip headstock adjuster, so you can tighten your headstock down. Oh, that's pretty. DeVille, that's the 700. Quite like those. I still quite fancy the 650. Wow, this place is bumping. You can tell it's one of the first sunny days. Got a Royal Enfields, Booster, Gas. They're quite nice as well. Another old one there. I do like the oldies, can you tell? Norton. Very nice. And then the newer stuff, the old Kawasaki. That thing's an absolute weapon. He's got the green bolt kit, H2. Rapid, not really my cup of tea. The old Muscle Naked, checks the 1400. Here's the new Himalayan, the 450. That is the colour scheme to have. That little monkey. She does some proper miles out of that monkey. She's in a lot of the groups. Speedmaster, very nice. No, that's the V-Strom, the new one, the 1050. I still think my generation, the cat eyes, is the best looking of the bunch, but it is nice. Another Bonnie, T120. I do fancy another Bonnie, but I think it's more likely to be a scrambler now. Catsy's nice. That's nice. That's like the one Sam Vincent has on YouTube. If you watch his videos, you'll have seen he ripped the side panel off his. Dramatic fashion. Dramatic. Big old nameless cruiser. Is that one of the is that Midnight Star? Hard to tell without the badging, really, isn't it? I think so. Though. Good range. BMW, the Naked there. That's also nice. Good helmet as well. She is cute. Silver wing. 3 ducks. Quite like those maxi skitters. Good. They get overlooked by ego more than anything, but they're quite good at what they do. Victory as well. It's a rare sight, particularly in this country. 1200. Is that the hammer? I'm not very good with victories. He's melted his bag onto his exhaust though. It's nice though. A little Lexmoto Michigan. Yeah. Technically not very good bikes, but they did a really lovely job designing on those. Quite good. Suzuki GSR, I think that is. Then another Victory. This one in green. Look at that. What a beast. The size of that rear wheel. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to helm off, get a drink. Catch you in a bit. Well, that was the meet. Yeah, beautiful spot. And there's a cafe, there's also like an art shop there as well, and there's like a hair salon. It's cool. But yeah, I got there far too late, so I had that one walk around, ate a piece of cake, and then came out, everyone had left. But I think they're saying they can do it as a regular thing, maybe every second Sunday of the month or whatever. So I'm gonna keep an eye on socials, theirs and sort of general, like the local bike meet socials. Let's see what happens. But that was a great turnout. Like I say, for me to get there so late and for it to still be such a nice turnout is it's impressive. Hang on. There's the old stalling issue. The bike took a couple of goes to get started as well in the car park, but that's fine. But yeah, so I hope this will become a regular thing, because it's fairly local to me, and Sundays is quite a good day because there's not anything else really on Sundays. Come on bike, play with me. Let's get rid of that as well. Yeah, it was really nice. So they've got the cafe upstairs, they've also got an art shop downstairs, and like a art supply shop and picture framers, which is really cool because I actually didn't know that was there. And like, I don't do a great deal of art these days, and I do even less that's traditional mediums. Most of my stuff is digital these days, but it is nice to have a shop nearby that I can get like pens and papers and paintbrushes and stuff like that from. And if I do fancy doing some little sketches or doodles or whatever, like, it's nice to be able to come and find a little local business, take a ride down in the country lanes, get some art supplies. Like, that's really exciting to me. So yeah, I think I'll definitely be back. I'll try to get here actually on time next time, instead of turning up like half an hour before everyone fucks off. I'll try and drag some friends along. I did try for today's meet, but people were not available, unfortunately. One of them, his bike's just going to the garage to get some work done, so he's bikeless right now, and the other one's got a family down. But future, we'll try and get some people along. If you're in the area, like I say, we're in Fletcher's Bridge, which is down near Bodmin, sort of east of Bodmin, near the A38, near the A30. Nice easy spot to get to. Beautiful, as you've seen, beautiful back roads around here. But if you don't fancy the small stuff like I've been doing, you can just go down the A38, which is like a big main road, and just jump off there. Like, it's, if you're coming in on a street bike or something, you don't necessarily want to be going scratching back roads. It's easy to get to even with that. So yeah, keep an eye on their socials, keep an eye on the bike meet socials for Cornwall and the Southwest, and if they do more, come along, support the business. I got a slice of cake and a drink, which were quite expensive, but like I say, it's an independent business in the middle of nowhere, so it's good to support them. I'm going to go up here just because I'm just exploring now and I've no idea where anything is, so let's just see what's around. That looks quite cool. Shall we go up there? Yeah, go on then. Be good for a photo, even if I don't go very far up it. Yeah, so I've no idea where I am now. I'm gonna go explore for a bit and then meander back my own way. But yeah, come on down, support the business. See a bunch of bikes. Have a good time. What more do you need? Should I take you along? Do you want to see me fucking stack someone else's bike on this dirty track? Yeah, you do. This will probably turn out to be someone's fucking driveway in a minute, but that's fine. This is exactly what I want the Himalayan for, though. Like, where am I? Straight down to a gate, of course. Oh no, does it go around? I think it goes around. Let's jump across the middle, which is normally a bit... Oh, there's a gate still, okay. We'll turn around here. That was a fun little excursion while it lasted. But I need to... If I'm going to go exploring, I need to get on glass or, you know, one of those type groups. And yeah, private there, probably private there. I would imagine everything is these days. Oh my god, look at that view down there, that valley there. Well, let's turn around here, take a look at that for the outro. I'll save you this 18-point turn. I'll jump back in a minute. Look at this view down the valley. It's behind barbed wire. That's all the best things are these days, unfortunately. But that's so pretty. Look at that. It could be in like Canada or, you know, New England or somewhere. Do I want to shred my jeans stepping over this? Not really. Isn't that cool? The camera won't do that justice at all, but like, what a nice random place. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I apologise there wasn't more than me. I always feel awkward walking around meets. And I got too late to talk to anyone, but yeah, Coby's Cafe, and it's like part business with Stable Art, I think it is. I'll link them both below in the description. Check them out. Come along. You know, support local businesses and beautiful areas. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ride safe. Take care. I'll see you next time. Peace.